So recently I've had some inquiries from a colleague who I met actually many years ago, because she was a Chinese clinician working at the Hammersmith Hospital when my husband was at the Hammersmith. And I guess I got to know her then, and then many years later she's now back in China and working there, but she's become aware of this huge discrepancy in China between their amazing ability to do molecular technical things. They can sequence anything, any gene you like, and genomes and so on, and they get all the data beautifully done. But they don't have the clinical structure with which to discuss these results and implications with patients. And they have started making inquiries from people in England, and I'm sure elsewhere, to try and get some help with developing their cancer genetics services from the genetic counselling perspective, so that they will be able to marry up their clinical counselling abilities with all this amazing technology that they have. Well, of course, China is a very large country, as everyone knows, and from what my colleague was saying, it does sound as though they would like a sort of travelling circus. I don't mean that exactly, but to go around and help set up little courses on cancer genetic counselling, or genetic counselling indeed, in various parts of China. So clearly that's an enormous job. On the other hand, it's really nice to be involved with that kind of thing, and it's very flattering to be asked, and it would be nice to set up that kind of collaboration. So I've been talking to various people from the Department of Health, in fact, to see how we could do this on a big level, because clearly, personally, I couldn't run this kind of show. But if we could do this from a government-to-government level, which clearly there is a structure to do, you know, and I've already spoken to people, Department of Health here, who would be able to do that kind of thing, so that perhaps we would be able to run this out, as it were, as a project in China and maybe other countries too. I think the Chinese would be very pleased if we could arrange for some kind of, as they suggest, a travelling circus, if you like, of courses, or a course which we could run in various different parts of China, in order to help them with their genetic counselling and structures and so on. And I think we could set up the structure to do that, but obviously that's a huge business, and we would have to do that at a governmental level, I think, or using the structures of the Department of Health in order to be able to offer this kind of thing. So we're beginning to enter into discussions which would promote the development of that kind of teaching mode.